verbatim.
No. So what's happened here, audio listeners? We got 1 minute into recording the podcast. I'd say an audio and video. We got 1 minute in, and then we realised that everything was wrong.
Yes. Well, again,
you spotted it very quickly. Well done, you.
Got on it this time.
You did your producer job perfectly,
All
which
the
you've
other
somehow
times-
ended up with no discussion. You just got assigned that role. I don't know how that happened.
It was just because I had the stuff.
You had the stuff, you know, the ins and outs of the business. You know what's going on. But you made me...
Although you fixed the problem.
I
so
did.
if anything, you actually proved yourself as a better producer.
We've actually done. I've been meaning to speak to you.
I literally just went, help.
Yeah. I do have a review of your production role, if you a little critique, if you wouldn't mind. You're very severe with the fade in and fade out of the music, I find.
Do you know what? Do you know exactly why that is? Because on this editing software, it's beautiful. I literally just go to the corners and I can curve it so beautifully. But on Filmora Pro, there is no, and believe me, I've fucking Googled and everything, there is no, for video, there is a fade in, fade out, but there's no audio fade in, fade out feature, which...
I don't believe you. Because I also use Filmora.
You use Filmora 9, which honestly, apart from the one thing that made me get Filmora Pro, I think Filmora 9's better.
Right.
Because even for subtitles, you have a subtitle feature. Filmora,
don't have it?
No, Filmora Pro is for like experienced editors. And I am not.
Disagree, because like they must have subtitles. That's surely one of the features.
It's just a text feature.
That's what mine says as well.
Oh. I thought you have like actual subtitles. You can make yours like bolder and everything easily. It's just made easier.
Yeah.
And Filmora Pro it does more.
Yeah.
But you need to know
what you're doing.
Lot more. Yeah, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what you're doing.
You've got the industry standard, whereas you shouldn't really have.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
I shouldn't. I thought
nothing but the best for you.
I'd teach myself into it. And I haven't.
Well, that was just a little review. Sometimes I'll listen and it's like
review.
music, then we're chatting, and then it's the end of the podcast and it comes in hot, the music sometimes.
So, and then, it does. And then it's like the music's kind of like, diddle-diddle-diddle, and then it's just fucking dips out of nowhere. No, I'm very much aware of it.
Oh, well, that's fine.
If anything, surprised it took this long to hear.
Right.
Because every time I do it, I go, this has got to be nothing. This can't be good. People must notice this.
So that was a little review I had for you.
Fair.
Speaking of little reviews, we've decided to talk about one that we found.
That's why he gets the big bucks. What a segue.
I don't get any bucks for this. None of us do. It costs us money to put on this show.
Yep. So I'm glad you're enjoying it.
We're
at a loss.
We are. In chat and finances.
And in life.
There was a review. We did a show together in 2014.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was, because I can see on here. I can see review.
How many stars did he get? Was it 3?
It was a 3-star review.
Fucking cunt.
3 is the worst.
Yeah, 3 is the worst.
For the listeners, 3 stars is the single worst review you can get.
And here's why I actually...
Because it's a nothing. It's vanilla.
I double down on that as well. I totally agree with you. Because I fully back. See if you, me and Robin had got a 1-star review. That's just funny. Because there's also 3 of us.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like being in a band and having a shit gig. You've got your buddies there.
Yeah.
It's a lesser blow, that. I honestly do believe I would have laughed my guts up with you and Robin when it's fucking 1 star.
I don't think a mixed bill should get 5 stars either.
I do agree.
Because it's not really a show.
Mm-hmm.
I think 4 stars is nice. Then everyone gets a little 4-star for their poster or whatever. 5 is sycophantic, actually. Anyway, we did a show, the title of which is terrible.
Really bad.
It's so bad, I can't believe that 3 of us went, yeah, that. We all just went, yeah, perfect. Not one of us went,
Oh, hold on. No, is this actually terrible?
It's really bad.
I think it's terrible, lads.
So Game of Thrones was at the height of its powers when we did this show.
I blame Granger, because the year before... he'd done Breaking Gags.
Yes.
And he was like, no, lads, and that sold well, so I think TV show puns is like the way to go. And we just followed him.
I think so.
Idiots.
So the 3 of us, 3 straight white little boys.
Bones? Clones.
We called our show Game of Loners.
It doesn't even work as the thing.
Well, that's funny. The opening line to this review, I don't remember this part, but I agree fully, and it's very funny. First thing it says, don't be put off by the title.
Amazing.
Stare long enough, and it's still just bodged wordplay. It is bodged
totally
wordplay.
Is.
Save time by going to the show and accept it has nothing to do with Game of Thrones.
Yeah. It had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Do you think we were trying to dupe people into thinking it was? Or
maybe.
did we just
I think it was just folk were like,
I
like Game of Thrones.
Good
Let's go
marketing.
see that. The poster, by the way, is tremendous. We look great.
Yeah.
We look really
I remember the message you sent in the group chat at that time going, is Mutch just Jon Snow? And that was 2014. We're now in
Commander.
Yeah, no, I look way more like, was it Samwise Gamgee?
Sam Tarly. Samwise Gamgee's Game
Lord
of
of
Thrones.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, sorry.
But I remember you saying, is Mutch just Jon Snow in this photo? And that was 2014. We're now in 2022. I still think that's the nicest thing you've ever said about me. So thank you.
It's possible. I'm not very nice. The thing that upset us with this review at the time, and I guess still to this day, is it only really discusses our physical attributes.
Yeah.
We hated that, and that's what female comics have to put up with every single review ever.
Yeah.
Every review of a female comic is, she walks on in boots with a sassy attitude. It's like, what are you on about?
Talking about the comedy maybe? Are you going to talk about the material? Or?
Yeah, they don't. But the descriptions of us are really funny. The thing that's funny about them is they're clearly jokes.
Yeah, I think I remember mine. And
the upsetting thing, like when a reviewer is doing gags in the review, it's like, right, okay, you want to do comedy, but instead you're doing this.
Yeah. But
they are funny.
That's what makes it worse, isn't it? That's what makes it way worse. The fact that when we read it, I remember going, especially about my one, I was like, people are going to laugh at this. To the point where I think I started using it on stage.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was yours? Let's see how close you get.
I think, I'm going to try and get it word for word. I think he compares me to a 24-year or 22-year-old Hagrid.
Looking like Rubeus Hagrid at age 20. Gareth Mutch can also capitalise on his features, but his material strengthens with other voices too. His father's disappointment at him his father's disappointment at his liking for theatre class. So
God, that's not, I wouldn't bloody fly today, would it?
I don't know.
My dad thinks I'm gay because I do acting.
Is that the best?
That's pretty much what that means, isn't it?
Mine's is different.
I remember yours, and I remember how annoyed you were at it. Going, what the hell does this word even mean?
Well, I get all the words. I don't really
compute
agree
with you. Yeah.
For Gareth Waugh, his wham levels of stubble, modest beefcake presence.
That's the word I was waiting for.
Beefcake. Modest beefcake presence.
Modest beefcake presence.
I have never been a beefcake. And smart jacket question the autobiographical humour that casts him as a shabby babyface sexual failure. He's basically going, this guy's way too hot to do this material, which is fucking crazy. But when he moves in tiny steps towards observation, if only about Edinburgh Zoo or just a point of view of his estranged cat, the laughs ring out across the grass market.
Honest to God, I've just remembered you wore a grey blazer.
I used to always wear a grey blazer.
Always wore a grey blazer.
I wore a suit jacket, t-shirt underneath.
Yeah.
Because in my head, that's how a comedian dressed.
Yeah.
I remember specifically thinking that's how a comedian should look.
Yeah.
And I always wore that. And looking back, it's crazy. I would never wear a suit jacket now.
That's the thing that I really like to pick up on. I can't imagine you doing that now. No. But at the time, I'll be honest with you, you had kind of like an attire. Like, you could have released an action figure and we all would have known what you would have been wearing in that. You had like a costume.
I still have that jacket.
Just in case.
Just in case. I think what I was trying to do when I was younger was look older. I wanted to look like a comedian.
Yeah.
In my head, I wanted to be Seinfeld. I reckon.
Yeah. I think
he always had the suit jacket.
Because he went suit jacket, but he didn't want to go full suit like Jerry did because fucking...
That was too much. So I
keep a bit of the Waugh.
Yeah, I thought try and look older.
I think it worked, man.
I think now
you had a look.
And now I'm trying to look younger, I reckon.
Yeah, well, that's what most men do, innit? Just.
But I'll wear different clothes depending on the gig. No.
Yeah. Importance of gig or like. If you're doing new material, you wear a cap.
Not quite to that, but I know that's the running gag among comedians that, hey, new material, where's your cap?
With like a Boston on it or something.
I'll wear a hoodie at a new material night.
Yeah.
I want to not, like, if I'm dressed better than the material, that's bad.
Yeah.
So I'll like go casual.
That's a good rule.
I'll go very casual and then try the material, and if it works, then I'll start dressing up a bit.
It's so funny how, because I'm the same, I've got so many little weird, like when I first started, I wore a black tee, and like for years, I'm not talking about, the first year, for like 5 years religiously.
Yeah.
I'd wear a black t-shirt, black jeans. And the reason for that is because I believed that everything I was doing with my hands and my face was what I need you to be focusing on.
That's correct.
So I was like...
I told you this.
Yeah, well, I remember someone doing it, and I remember taking it and fucking running with it. It totally could have been you.
I used to say, it was somebody told me it, to be fair. It's not my original thought. But they said, you've got to wear long sleeves on stage.
Yeah.
Because it's all hands and face. It's mime.
Yeah.
Mime artists wear the white gloves and they have their face. So that's what you're focused on.
Yeah.
So as a comic, you should have long sleeves so everyone's looking at your hands and your face.
Because this is selling everything. This is what they need to be honed in on.
If you've got your arms out like you and they're looking at your tattoos, that's a distraction.
At the time, I would have... If you'd said, Gareth, you're going to be fucking... Can I have a bunch of tattoos in a few years? I'd go, rubbish. That'd be horrible for me on stage. I would have told you back then that I would never do that for an on-stage reason. And then I remember it was definitely Larry Dean. I remember watching Larry Dean at the stand, and he had like a really loud t-shirt that was like "Rower" or whatever on it.
Yeah. And
I remember the whole time just staring at it going, see, this is why you shouldn't be wearing this, Larry. It's too loud. I'm fucking focusing on your t-shirt.
I agree.
So black t-shirt every single gig, and I was like, you know what you're doing. Follow your rules.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird how much rules comedians put on clothes. Like, it's probably all fine, isn't it?
No, I think you should think about those things. Yes. I also think weekends you should dress better than weekdays.
Yeah.
I think, the audience on a Friday, Saturday night, it's their night out. It's their weekend.
Yeah.
They get dressed up. They wear a shirt or whatever. If you go up just fucking casual, I think you should be matching their energy a little bit. But you should putting on a show. But like you would go up in tracksuit bottoms.
Absolutely never. That would be ridiculous.
So you feel strongly about that. So I feel like you should still like have a bit of a shirt on a Friday or Saturday.
Totally, I do agree. But I remember I saw the example that best example I can put to counter that point. For entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
As I remember, I really like Greg Davis's stuff, and I really like Greg Davis's stand-up. And a lot of his stories are just, what the fuck even is this?
Yeah.
And like him being like, oh, I'm fucking disgusting and gross. And I'm laughing my guts up. And I watched him on like the Raw Variety performance try and do a bit like that, and he's in like a full suit.
His suit looks
I'm
too
like,
good.
Yeah, I'm not buying it now. I don't like it now because you look. So I think there is a balancing act of throw on some fucking nice jeans, make sure everything's ironed and crisp.
Yeah.
But if you still want to just go out in a t-shirt, jeans, and trainers because it fits your persona, fair.
Yeah. I do hate when extraordinarily good-looking people do material where they're like, "Oh God, what is this?
I'm a goblin under a rock."
Like, what are you talking about? I'd fuck you right now.
You look $1 million.
And you're a dude, and I'm straight.
and I'd still slip on in there.
Sit on that face, baby.
Men aren't supposed to sit on other men's faces.
You're not supposed to. Cats aren't supposed to lie on babies, I guess, but they still do it. It's just fucking biological programming. You just got to do it.
True.
It's very close to baby time, so a lot of my references are
going to be baby based.
It's 2 weeks till I'm at least. Could be longer. Could be right now. Who knows?
We were quickly speaking.
The baby is fully cooked in there.
We don't like to speak to each other outside of the podcast for, again, entertainment purposes. Yeah. But we were quickly speaking to each other beforehand. And I said, that and I mean that, I would fucking love if we were recording a podcast and that's when Laura texts. Oh my God. Think of the hits.
I don't know that you get that many hits because all that happens is me going, I've got to go.
And then I'd probably keep recording, thinking that the excitement's still in the air, but I'd just waffle it into the ground.
Yeah, the reality of your fantasy is
not real.
That's the thing with all fantasies.
Fantasy.
All fantasies.
That's exactly what it is.
The real thing is
never
the same. It's never as good.
What would make something of that ilk, like something happening?
If I gave birth on the podcast right now, I went, I can't get to the hospital. It's coming now. And you had to deliver it.
Meteor strike?
Oh god, that would be pretty good. We'd have to like take the camera out like Cloverfield though.
Yes.
And then be like, look, there's a meteor strike.
We'd spell it out that much for the
everyone watching. Look, camera's shaking. Turn it back to us.
Yeah, we've turned it into a fucking. We should release this as a movie.
Yeah, found footage movie podcast.
Yeah,
a found footage podcast is not a terrible idea, you know.
Nah, well, for now it is terrible, but down the line,
people are obsessed with asking about names at this stage, which is frustrating. To have the same conversation a lot. Not telling anyone names because you don't want people to go, oh, I went out with a Gareth and he was an arsehole.
Because that's it. Like
I just picked our name there. So.
Of course, safe bet. So no one listening is going to be like, he's saying that about me.
Yeah.
Because that's going to happen as well. That's what fucking people do. You could pick the nicest, purest
I
fucking
knew a
name.
Gareth once and he was a Nazi.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think there were any Gareth Nazis, but
we don't know that.
But someone will work with someone that stunk up the joint or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, there was always smelly."
There was a Gareth in my work. He had the smelliest BO.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying to anyone.
Livingston. I think he does comedy now.
Yeah. And you can tell he stinks on stage.
You're like, I watch him and I go, he still reeks. I can tell.
Like,
I can tell he still
like
hums.
Cartoon green lines coming off you.
Do you ever look at a post on Instagram and go, I can smell it?
Yeah. Who said something? The Hot Water boys, the Hot Water podcast boys. Somebody commented on their video saying you can tell they both smell like Watsits.
Gotta be honest, fully agree.
Unbelievable heckle. Unbelievable podcast heckle.
Who is it? Tony Carroll, the other one? Yeah.
Tony Carroll,
the
Jamie
other one.
Hutchison.
That's really bad.
Yeah,
the other one, like it's all Jamie's.
Yeah.
Sorry, not listening. But yeah, no, but he went down this rabbit hole of anger with it, didn't he? But he shouldn't have, because I agree. I fucking loved it. I feel like
he just really highlighted it, and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Don't go, then they said this. I'm like, that's really funny.
Have you ever? Yeah, no.
It's like Cullen got an unbelievable heckle at the weekend. I don't know if you've seen this. Ryan Cullen, a friend of the podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
Was performing at the Glasgow stand.
Associate of the podcast.
Yeah. He listens.
Yeah.
I don't even think he does. He was at the Glasgow stand at the weekend, and he does a joke about the job with the highest suicide rate. And he goes, does anyone know which job has the highest suicide rate? And somebody went, Irish comedian.
Phenomenal. And that person was Mark Nelson.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you the story of the best heckle I've ever had? I think I must have.
We spoke about salads. Yeah. There was a clip. We did the whole clip. But the name thing, the name is very important. I didn't realise the onus that you put on a name. It's a bit of pressure, actually.
So who have you told? Who in the circle knows?
Laura and I.
You, Laura.
Are the only people that know.
Shush.
Yeah.
Not even told Mum and Papa.
They're fucking desperate to know, and they're not getting to. Parents are like constantly asking. We're like,
that's
no.
So funny, man. I thought you would have told your folks.
No.
That's hilarious.
I made the mistake of saying to my mum one of the girl names we had early doors, and she went, I don't like that.
Well, then you've done it to yourself, Heidi.
Yeah,
you've done it to yourself.
To know. But I was thinking about this, right? Because what was that? Oh, right, okay. They had a little balloon not fart there.
Imagine, that's okay. Happening at the start of the new year, first podcast of the year. I'm gonna have a little balloon here, and at one point I'm just gonna let go, and a little balloon will fly around
mid-story.
The room. Be brilliant.
What a heckle!
What a callback as well, Nerf set.
I was thinking about names and how some people were so good at their jobs that they've ruined that name forever.
How do you mean? Like
Jeeves.
Great example.
Like there must have been a butler somewhere called Jeeves that was so good at it that he became synonymous with butlers. Like you can't call somebody Jeeves now because they're like, what, he's a little butler?
Yeah.
Nobody is getting called Jeeves.
That's a very good point.
Because that guy was so good at his job.
Incredible at his job.
That butler's fucking great. Like he was just epitomized a butler. Adolf Hitler.
Well, that
very good at his job.
That doesn't epitomise his job.
He was very good at his job.
Calm down,
Say what you like about Hitler.
Calm down, We're not fucking doing this.
I'm not supporting anything.
We're not doing this. We're not doing that. We're not going down fucking
We're not.
street.
I think what the Holocaust was bad. Hot take. But
the little nod you did there. I think the Holocaust was bad.
Hot take. But he was very good at what he did, Hitler.
Okay.
Killing people and being evil. Yeah. So much so.
I actually think he was quite bad at it.
You do?
Yeah.
6 million.
People got more.
Some people got more. But also, those people ruined those names as well.
Yeah.
You can't call a baby Adolf.
Joseph? No, but there still are Josephs kicking about.
Were you thinking Stalin?
I am thinking Stalin.
Oh, right, okay. I went Fritzl in my head. Fritzl.
I went Fritzl. There's a lot of bad Josephs.
Yeah.
And alas, that name is still kind of strong.
Yeah. I think there's not been very many good Josephs. Joseph Kony.
We were actually... I was having this conversation.
Jesus' dad.
I was having this conversation.
He wasn't even his real dad.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Josephs are shit.
Joseph. They're toxic Josephs.
Yeah.
I also think Lewises are quite toxic.
Right.
I can't think of one nice Lewis.
Right. Well,
someone went Capaldi, and I went point stands.
That's the name off the list, then, isn't it?
Imagine.
No.
Imagine it was though. Oh my god. Yeah, this is why you've just validated your point entirely. This is why you shouldn't fucking tell people.
Adolf.
It's this easy.
You can't call baby Adolf. Adolf was too good at his job, which was
Thor?
Being an evil Thor. Yeah, I guess he's the god of thunder.
In the mix.
Yeah,
he's the god of thunder.
But like,
he's the original.
You've got to be so good at what you did, or obviously terrible like Hitler.
Real good.
You've got to be really good or bad at it, to the point like you can't even fathom the standard of the work you've got to do. Michael Jackson, right, did not ruin the name Michael, despite being the best at what he did.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The music.
I was going to say.
Not international.
But there's a lot
of
great
pedo.
Michaels. There's two great MJs.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's offset it.
I think Jordan did a lot for Michael.
If Michael Jackson was called, like, I don't know, Belgium Jackson, do you think you would still call people Belgium? Like, I'm just trying to think of a name.
I know what you're doing, baby. I know what you're doing, baby.
Yeah.
You're trying to think of other...
I'm trying to think of the most unique name
possible.
What
would someone
if he was called
Brian
Mozambique?
Johnson have to do to offset the term BJ?
Yeah. What would
you have to do to dismantle that throne?
Like, we would have to get unbelievably good at comedy, like the best there's ever been by a long shot, and then some, for people to go, well, we can't call our kid Gareth because it's like that comedian.
Yeah, that's a crazy level. That's a crazy level.
Insane.
Yeah. But
that's the point I'm making.
People have done it.
Jeeves, Adolf.
Could you make a case
Genghis.
for Sherlock? Genghis.
Yeah.
Could you make a case for Sherlock, even though I do fiction?
100%. Yeah. I think you could. You can't call a kid Sherlock.
You can't.
What is he, a mouse detective? We went a little...
Everyone's going to go fucking... Yeah, buy them fucking... What are these called?
Magnifying glass. Yeah.
I'll give you a real good clue.
I know, but I was like, what's
happening to it?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the things I do on a day-to-day basis probably look like a malfunction.
Right.
Have you seen that video with Katy
Didn't
Perry's...
look like even a comfortable drink of water.
Well, there you go. See, I don't know how to do it stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video with Katy Perry's eye?
No.
Going crazy. And then she keeps pressing the side of her head till it goes good.
No, I haven't. What was that for? What was she doing?
She was on stage at a concert and she's doing like this pose at the end. And honestly, mate, this right eye is just like flickering like 100 miles an hour. This one's fine.
Yeah.
And this one's just going like this. And she does this. And it starts to slow down.
Presses her temple.
And she does it.
Listeners.
Yeah. And she does, like
she's trying to be a psychic. Yeah.
Yeah. Like she's doing the two figures side of her head, beside her eye. And then eventually it just stops flickering. And then she goes, and it's like, holy shit, you had a little malfunction there. And you had to press your little eye reset button.
God, I bet conspiracy theorists had a field day with that.
We did.
We did. Yeah, but he's like, what's that? Robot.
I was just in all of my Reddit chats going, simulation.
Oh, right.
I've been trying to convince my friend Gareth Waugh, but he's having none of it.
And they're like, Gareth Waugh, the comedian? I can't call my child
this.
Because of that.
Full circle.
I reckon people would then go, it's the elite, it's the Illuminati. She's a robot lizard. Get her killed. That was a little malfunction.
Yeah, well, that people are saying lizard. For sure, people went... But lizard doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no
eyelids. Robot
eyelids.
Makes sense.
But lizards don't really... Well, some lizards have eyelids.
Have you ever seen a lizard fix their spasming eye by doing some Charles Xavier shit? Because I haven't.
No, not until Katy Perry.
But I could picture a robot doing that. I could picture that being how a robot fixes itself. Great noise as well. And then it's sorted. I could totally buy that. But I just think what I was saying was, I think I do quite a lot of things like that where people probably go, "What's happening with Mutch? That wasn't normal."
Yeah. I
Have you
agree.
ever seen how you walk? I think I walk weird.
You amble along, I would say.
Well, he's already got a term for it, ladies and gentlemen. Amble.
Yeah, I would say you're kind of.
I am an ambler.
You're like like when I watch you walk.
Do the noise.
When I watch you
made
walk,
me sound like a ditzy cunt. Do.
That's what I think that's going on in your head when you're walking.
Like a little cartoon bear.
Genuine, 100%. That's what I think it's going on in your head when I see you walking around.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, God. There's nothing going on up there.
That's what I genuinely, when I see you walking about places, I think he's happy.
Oh, that's nice, I guess.
I think he's just
But
going on with
nothing going on. Like all of the fucked up shit in the world, man. Mutch is just coasting it.
Wow, that went dark so fast.
A lot of it is just a fucking clapping monkey with cymbals.
Yeah.
To be very honest with you, a lot of it.
Yeah, no, I see that in you.
Yeah.
You bumble along. You're kind of like, well.
But I saw a video of myself walking the other day, and I was like, that
Where?
can't
Why
be
did
me.
you see a video? Oh yeah, I know the video. It was outside Leicester Square Theatre.
Yeah.
If you want it, go on Mutch's Instagram. It's on there.
It was. Yeah.
Go on Mutch's,
not the Instagram, TikTok. Yeah.
Go on Mutch's TikTok, right? You'll see him walking around, and good God, you'd just be like, that is one, like, just guy bumping along, place to place, doesn't know what's going on.
So I said to
It's like
Ailey,
watching a kid go on holiday.
So I said to Ailey, I think it would be good content because I'm at Leicester Square Theatre. I don't get to fucking play Leicester Square Theatre all the time. I was like, it just could be quite cool to get some footage of like, and plus that trend was quite big on TikTok.
Behind the scenes thing.
Come with me while I was quite a big trend on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I was like, support fucking committed Tom stayed on tour.
What tune did you have in the background?
Post Malone, Wow.
Yeah.
Because
That's kind of funny. Bert Kreischer. He
it
dances.
is the one he dances to.
He dances to
is.
that, yeah.
No, the reason why I picked it was because I saw a video that Post Malone himself used of him backstage before he went on stage.
Yeah.
And I showed it to Ailey and I went, look how effortlessly cool this is.
And so
this is the vibe I'm going for.
The vibe you were going for was cool.
Yeah.
Interest. I find that very funny because a lot of comedians go for that.
And
cool
it ends
thing.
up being incredible.
No, it is cool.
All right.
I'm not like disparaging the coolness. I think it's funny that comedians want to be cool. Like a lot of times before a special, you see somebody walk into the club and stuff, and it's cool. Mark Jennings did one recently. It was the what's a king to a guy?
Yeah.
And it's him like sitting looking at his notes and stuff, and it's all very cool.
It's big, it's epic, it's
and
cool.
It's epic because he's doing this incredible show at the King's Theatre in Glasgow in March. I believe tickets are gone, so too bad if you wanted to go.
Is he sold it out?
Maybe not.
Maybe
not. I've maybe just given him that.
Yeah.
Go check it out if it's not. I don't know. I'm not his PR.
I'm not a fucking Mark Jennings publicist. Right?
I just think it's really funny that comics just like, yeah, it is cool and you want to represent that it's a cool thing you're doing. But I think it's far better to be like, yeah, it should be there.
Yeah, no, I know. You should go for
maybe that's me and imposter syndrome, I guess.
But then I always think imposter syndrome on some things is good. But no, you're right because we are comedians. Leave that for like the reason Post Malone's posted this incredibly.
He's a rapper. Rappers are cool.
They are in a cool fucking game. And I'm not saying comedy's not cool. There's aspects of the jobs that are incredibly cool. But have you ever made a choice to project yourself on stage as cool fucking guy?
Exactly.
You never would.
You can't have a video of you walking to the stage like,
you never would.
Bitch, I'm a monster, no good bloodsucker. Fat motherfucker, now look who's in trouble. Your hood up and you're like smoking a cigarette, and then you go on stage going, I couldn't reach the vagina with my penis and I came all over the fruit bowl.
Correct.
Everyone's like, what happened?
Well, yeah, what the fuck was that difference there? Not valid point.
I suck with women.
Oh, God, my dad thinks I'm gay because I do acting. Well, that's what I'd do.
You're like, oh, golly, I can't even, like, talk to a girl.
I look all gross.
Go, shorty. It's your brother. You're like, yo, I suck
trying
with
to be
girls.
all so fucking cool.
Maybe the juxtaposition's funny, if those two things.
But then, yeah, if you
cool
also play that off. But you know, you're right. I made a decision because I thought it was something that was out. It was out of the realms of stand up. It was just a video of me. I was like, let's try and make me look
I like
a
the
fucking
video. It's
$1 million
nice. It's a nice little glimpse into the life.
Ailey did her own thing with it entirely, and I'm really glad she did, because she kind of got it back on track a little bit of... Because in my head, I was like, yeah, like, fucking, let's really make this look like cool. Make me look like a cool guy. And she's like taking photos of like...
You had like a trilby hat down over your
eyes. I did all that stuff. I did all of it.
You had a toothpick in your mouth. You were flipping a little coin.
Did all of it. Played some fucking dice in like an alley at the top that I filmed. None of that got used.
Throwing money on a woman.
There was the stripper, local stripper that we got that I was just throwing. I was going to say loads of ones. There was 2 ones that I had.
2 ones?
2 ones.
2 ones is quite funny.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
if it was loads of money, that's not funny. That's cool.
You're right.
Make if it's $2,
make the funny choice.
Yeah,
because I actively wore a white T-shirt on the second night of the Leicester Square that I knew was too small for me and too tight, and I went, but I think that's funnier, and I did a joke about it at the start.
Yeah,
and fucking everyone was laughing. I was like, yeah, you might look like a bag of shit, but these people are laughing.
Barry Castanola used to do such a funny opening gag where he'd come out in quite a tight T-shirt or jumper, and he'd say, "Guess who just bought a tumble dryer?" And then he'd go like that, and his belly would like come out and stuff.
Great,
it's very funny. But what do you think is the coolest imagery? Like, if you wanted to really portray cool, I think you got to have a gun. I think you maybe got to have an eye patch. No, sunglasses. Cigar. Gun. I think firing the gun so the bullet just grazes the cigar and lights it.
I know what it is.
Okay.
There is no gun in mine.
Right.
I don't think guns are cool.
Wow.
I think we should stop pretending that they are.
They are cool.
I don't think guns are cool. And a hot take from me this ep, I don't believe guns to be cool.
That's crazy.
So what do I think is cool? I think when I'm going to say tartan suits, but I don't mean that. I just mean like checkered suits.
Right.
So like, do you know how you get like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Sort of, yeah.
Like a checkered suit fitted.
Right.
Blazer, nice shirt, pocket watch, cigar, whiskey, shades, hair done, nice shoes.
You're thinking Peaky Blinders sort of thing.
Modern day-esque Peaky Blinders.
I don't think the checkered suit is a good look.
I think it's so cool.
I think it's tacky.
You think it's tacky?
Yeah, I do.
Tacky?
I think just a plain suit is much cooler.
That's my wedding ruined. Well done. Thanks for that, mate. You have ruined your baby's name, and you've ruined my baby's name.
You're wearing a checkered suit?
Nah, definitely not. Kilt.
Yeah, kilt,
of course
kilt,
I'm going to
kilt,
go kilt.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't going to wear a kilt, I would have wore a checkered suit.
But I think if you're going for like the imagery of
like
cool,
like a red checkered suit, that's badass.
I think just maybe red on its own. Like I think it's just a plain, simple. The thing with cool people is they're not trying hard.
Yeah, true.
It's the lack of effort that makes them cool.
Yeah, true.
That's why you and I, who think too much about stuff.
I'm also picturing a black man because I think they're cool.
Oh, no.
Compliment.
I don't know. It's like reverse racism, that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like saying Asian people are good at maths. It's like it should be a compliment, but it's not. It's a stereotype.
Being good at maths isn't a compliment.
Why not? Smart.
Yeah, but dull.
All right. Well, I mean,
it's a good thing I don't think all Asians are good at maths.
They are though. No, stereotypes in any situation I think is frowned upon.
But you're right. Cool people are. It's effortless, isn't it?
It is effortless.
It's just whatever.
Whatever. I don't care.
You know, some people would say it's like a white T-shirt with fucking some tattoos is pretty.
Yeah, some people would.
Some people would. Some people wouldn't.
Not me.
Who cares? Even if they don't. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, see, you're being pretty fucking cool now. He pushed the mic away, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who this man is anymore. Checking his phone. Now that's... He's went too far.
He's went into rude.
He's went too far. Now it's rude, yeah. There's a thin line between cool and rude.
I think that's true. I think that is true. Thin line between cool and rude.
Like, if somebody's like, hey, how's it going? You'd be like, whoa, that guy's
that's
cool.
Pretty cool.
But if they're like, what are you doing here? You're like, whoa.
No, I think that's also still cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's stick with it. I think in my head I was kind of going...
I'll tell you when you get it.
I was going very slight McConaughey there, I reckon.
You did embrace a sort of McConaughey vibe.
All right. But a cool McConaughey. McCoolahey. Who do you think is the coolest person on the planet?
Great question. The coolest person on the planet would have to be, for me...
Because it's hard now. Because of social media, and like the constant exposure to celebrities. We were always exposed to them.
Yeah.
But the constant exposure at the minute is really ruining it for a lot of celebs.
Yeah.
Kanye West, perfect example. Man has fully lost his mind.
He really has. He really bloody has.
It's a shame he died in a paragliding accident right after recording My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah. Didn't do that great. Anyway, even Elon Musk, who should be a cool dude, he should be like fucking modern day Iron Man.
Weird face, can't be
weird
that cool.
face, but also a dork. He's such a dork, and he cares too much about other stuff.
Can't be that cool if you've got a weird ass janky face. You just can't.
He cares about the worst shit.
I always think the coolest person for me has always been like who like the in moment kind of cool Hollywood action blockbuster guy is.
Yeah, I agree.
So who would that be right now? Maybe Ryan Reynolds?
Fuck, that's great. I think it could be Ryan Reynolds.
Maybe. He's pretty cool.
He's kind of a little bit dorky, and that's the part of the appeal.
But he's also quite funny.
That's what
he's handsome.
I don't think cool people are that funny. I think he's too funny to be cool.
Yeah, you might be right. Fuck, you might be right.
I think probably. I think somebody that's cool, at no point are they worried about being a jester.
Yeah.
They're too busy.
Worried about anything.
They're not worried about nothing. They don't have to be funny because they're cool. So
who's cool? Who's cool?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's not that easy anymore.
Who's like the coolest person you think you know?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm now just trying to be like, what in my head?
My problem is the people that I gravitate towards tend to be funny. And I don't think anyone funny is cool.
You're right. That's,
so my head went straight away to comedians that I know, but then I'm like, well, none of them are that cool. I mean, Tom Stade's pretty cool.
Yeah, but also, like, and he would totally address this himself. Big fucking dork side to Tom.
Yeah, he likes D&D.
Loves it. Loves fucking Marvel. Loves Dungeons and Dragons. Cool people, famously not as dumb.
Cool people hate dragons.
Yeah. I'm now on. See, again, it's tarnished. I used to think Conor McGregor was really cool.
Yep, but we got too exposed to him.
Tarnished.
That's what I mean. When you're too exposed to somebody, you see the cracks.
I think
the facade. With coolness is a facade. Everyone's got their flaws, but for a long time you didn't see any of them, and now we're stuck with this constant. There's the person all the time, not all the non-stop.
Yeah,
like
it's so hard. It's so fucking hard.
I didn't think it would be
anyone cool.
Name a man. Name a woman. Have you seen
that video? Name a woman. What?
Billie
Name
Eilish.
a woman.
Yeah. It's
what? Name a woman. A woman. She can't name a woman.
Will Smith. You know, he was always a bit dorky actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, he slapped Chris Rock and fucked it all.
I'm really fighting a lot to try and not say someone like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, well, he's not cool at all. He's got real Mormon vibes. He's got real,
because again, you got
only missionary.
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt definitely was the coolest.
He was the coolest. But no, do you know what? I'm adverse to this because I feel like we should just be able to do it ourselves.
Who's cool? Google.
Coolest celebrities.
I think it might say something like The Rock, but
I did say cool. The Rock. He's the first. Oh wait, cool. No, this is nicest celebrities.
Right, okay, because The Rock's not cool.
Yeah.
No.
Right, the A-list. BusinessInsider.in. The 30 coolest, most famous people in Hollywood right now. This is last year. Let's see who is number one on their list, and we'll see if we agree. Oh, I do not at all. Well, no, this list is crazy.
This list is crazy.
I kind of get, maybe Jennifer Lawrence is number one on this
Jennifer Lawrence isn't cool. That's what makes Jennifer Lawrence ace, is she's kind of a klutzy,
I think
dorky.
That's why everyone thinks she's cool, though. Like, maybe they're going with the cool as in their sound.
Yeah.
Maybe this is 30 soundest celebrities. But then Adele's number two. But she's just like...
Sorry, Adele ain't cool.
Drake, grow up. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is a massive Christian.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I've went right off Chris Pratt.
Yeah, me too.
Right off him.
Amy Schumer's number 7. What is this list?
Website. Get off this website.
Disagree.
Amy Schumer, number 7, coolest celebs.
Yeah.
Do you know who is quite cool?
Go on.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh's quite cool.
I give you that. For sure. All right. I think I've got... What about Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper's pretty cool.
Not very funny.
Not very fun, but again,
He's
funny enough, he's got a bit in the locker.
He's got a bit of
he should have a bit in the locker.
Yeah.
Charisma. He's got charisma, is what it is. And people find themselves doing this. Oh, Bradley.
Yeah,
that's
it's stuff that's not funny
yeah.
because he's cool. He can get away with such substandard jokes because he's cool and handsome.
Yes, I think I'm happy to lock in Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
I think Bradley Cooper,
folks,
coolest guy.
Feel free to disagree with us. Send them in.
But I would say I'd say Florence Pugh. I want her in the conversation as well. She's pretty cool.
I'd give her. Yeah. Whoa! Don't take that out of context and clip it.
What?
I went. I'd give her it.
Oh, yeesh! I didn't even. You could have got away with that. I didn't even clock it.
Well, it's like wearing the armor. You know, like when you say the bad thing about yourself before anyone else can.
Yeah.
You wear it like a shield of armor, then they can't use it as a weapon against you.
True. You've called it out first.
Not our funniest episode. This.
It's been quite funny.
I think it's been quite thoughtful.
That's good though.
I like when we really look into things like that.
I have to as well. And I think it has been quite funny.
All right, well, fair enough. You often do though.
Yeah.
I think it's been cool. I think it's been a cool episode.
Do you know what I also do find? I actually do find when people are just having conversation like we have there.
Yeah.
And if I'm listening to a podcast less, I really fucking enjoy the weird takes that they have. The weird takes that they have and the differences between the two. So I think it will be thoroughly enjoyable and hilarious.
That was my favourite moment of the whole episode. It was so childlike. I loved it. Right, can't do the first one because it says, of all the players, which three would you choose to fuck, marry, kill? I guess all of them would be you.
Yes.
And in that
and
order.
Losing. Yeah. Where's the oddest place you've ever masturbated? Throwback to episode 1.
Episode 1. That I don't know that episode 1 set us up for what we really are, you know.
No podcast on episode 1 is...
No TV show. It's like you got to get past the first couple till it gets to the good stuff.
Do you know what as well? And I actually was thinking about this. I think a lot of the first few episodes, you could tell that we had an idea. We're going to make a trailer.
Yeah.
And we're going to just like put in little snippets of conversation.
Yeah.
So like I think we were
scattergun approach to.
So I think we kind of knew that was happening. Especially I did.
Yeah.
Looking back, because I'm saying things like, "What's the biggest dick you've ever seen in real life?" And I'm like, because in my head I'm going, that'd be great for the trailer.
Yeah, right.
And now that we're actually in the podcast,
it's not that.
It's
at all.
totally not that at all now.
It did start with that.
Anytime you want
there was a comedian made fun of us for that. They're like, "Where's the weirdest?" Like they did it. In fact, I'm pretty pissed off.
I think I could guess who it is.
Right. Well, guess where it was. Guess who it was.
I'm gonna guess it was. I don't want to do it on pod.
Do it on pod.
I'm gonna guess it's the sort of thing I think Amy Matthews would be upset.
It was
about.
not Amy Matthews. But not a million miles away.
Right, okay.
They did this on their stream actually.
No.
And I think quite rude. Giving us a little roast on their stream.
So Marilyn?
No.
Oh.
Anyway, it was George Fox.
Was it George Fox?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, it's the laddiest show. Where have you masturbated? What's your weirdest fuck position?" I was like, "Fuck you."
Totally fuck you.
But I mean,
hey, George, what the fuck, bruh?
Yeah,
I thought we got on.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to rethink some
rude,
fucking
actually.
things. That is a bit fucking rude.
It was rude, yeah. Anyway,
whatever this question is, fucking George Fox answer's coming.
Yeah. What have you ever seen on your body to make you wonder if you should go to an STD clinic?
Lumps.
I agree. Lumps and bumps.
Sometimes just down the line, honestly, is the way to go. Lumps.
Yeah.
Lumps would make me go.
Yeah.
You
gotta get rid of this lump.
Gotta go.
Lumps shouldn't be around.
These are not lovely, lovely lady bumps.
Correct. They aren't.
These are bad.
Doctor, please tell me. Oh, they're just lovely, lovely lady lumps. Oh, great.
Thank God. You know, I was thinking they might be.
Thank you, Doctor I Am.
I was... Ladies and
Check him out.
Ladies and
I drive these fellas crazy.
I don't even want to try and follow Doctor I Am. That was very good.
Thank you.
What had you done the last time you received a spanking from someone? Jesus Christ.
Matron.
What song have you downloaded that you are most embarrassed to admit you like? I could play a bit of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do, embarrassing
top songs. Oh, mate, mine's is madness.
Have you got Spotify?
Yes.
Right, this is not a Spotify plug. Other streaming services are available.
This is mad.
Spotify Wrapped, what a great fucking time that is.
I played this song a crazy amount. Do you want to hear what my top song of 2022 was?
Yes.
Do you want me to tell you what it is before I play it, or just play it?
Play a little bit. We're not allowed the full song. Remember that. So just play a little.
So I'll just go to chorus.
Yeah. This is what I imagine. I mean, it fits your walk.
It does for the walk.
You're having a nice little time.
Got Me by, listen to this, Laura Mvula.
Oh, yeah?
That's my top played song of the year. Got Me.
It's very upbeat and happy. I like it.
It is very happy.
Mine was a little bit skewed because at the start of the year I was doing the tech shifts at the stand.
Yeah.
So I was playing like the music for the crowd coming in.
Fair.
So I picked some songs that a lot of the time I wasn't really listening to. They were on in the club.
But, you know.
But this was my number one song. Here we go. It's not as embarrassing. Shit. Hang on. Laura's listening to Spotify in the house. And I've now just changed it. She's sitting listening to Christmas songs. I've just turned it off. Poor Laura. Anyway.
West Side. What is this? I like it. This is great. Right, who's this?
I'd say Callum Beattie.
Callum Beattie. Oh, is that Scottish?
Yeah. My friend.
Yes, your friend. That was good.
It's very good.
That made me right off the bat get hyped.
Yeah.
I wanted to add that to my list.
Straight away. It's an excellent pre-show song.
Yeah, it is. Callum Beattie. What's that called?
The song is called Mouth of a Tiger.
Fair fucks Callum Beattie.
Shout out to Callum. Way!
As soon as we evolve one other media form, everything's
chaos. It's chaos.
Laura and Villa, everybody. But yeah, Laura and Villa. Honestly, Spotify told me. This is what Spotify told me, that I listened to that song 30 times in a day.
In a day?
In a day.
That's too many. And mate.
I think I remember the day.
Oh.
It was when I was getting a train either to or from London, and I must have just found it and went, I actually want to listen to this forever. I think
I get that sometimes with a song.
30.
That's
30
is too many.
30 is crazy.
Because how long is the song?
Oh, like 3 minutes average.
So
but
30 times 3 minutes.
But I think a lot of people would, if I told them that, would go, that is a telltale sign of ADHD.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You got it.
You got it, baby.
You're riddled.
Anything you want. You got it. I think the most embarrassing song that I used to listen to was a Swagger Jagger.
Oh, that is cack.
Yeah.
Swagger Jagger.
You should get some of your own. I don't know why.
That was cake.
Yeah.
Who was it even that sang that again? Don't say you don't remember, you do.
Cher Lloyd?
She's done a lot of stuff for Scottish fucking memeness, Cher Lloyd.
Has she?
Come on.
What's she done? I'm
gonna sing, Cher Lloyd,
Oh, yes. Disgusting!
No, fucking... My ears just went... yeah, so fucking...
We're waffling. Thanks for listening.
We'll cut after the disgusting, I reckon.
Yeah.